good morning, and welcome to the Seed Giver Podcast. My name is Warren, and I am your host. It's Thursday, January the 4th, and it's about 9:43, 9:45 in the morning. I'm taking a little break from work. Um, just talk to you guys for a moment. By the title, we're going to go into that. It's How do you react when someone's name is mentioned? I was scrolling through YouTube or something, and something came up on that. And I thought about that. There used to be a time when a certain person who shall remain nameless name was mentioned. Excuse me. I would just automatically get upset, mad, thinking about all the things um, that I knew about that person, all the things that they had done to me, um, the way I was treated. Um, and it took a long time. It took a very long time. I'm not going to lie to you. It took a very long time before I was able to get over that. That person had no idea. It didn't affect them in any way. I would get mad, upset. At one point in time, I had ulcers, stomach ulcers, real bad due to the stress and whatever, and anger, resentment, all these emotions that came about when that person's name came up. I want to tell you guys today a simple thing: let it go. Let it go. The anger that you feel, the resentment, all these things, these emotions that you're feeling about that person when that name comes up has no effect on them at all. They go about their day just as happy or whatever the case may be. It has no bearing on it. And half the time, I probably guess 99, if not 100% of the time, they're not even thinking about you. But it tends to stifle your growth. Excuse me. It tends to make your day worse. You could be in a good mood, and all of a sudden, you either think of that person, or something triggers a memory, and you just, your whole day is ruined. And I'm not talking about something I heard about. This is me. This is something that I've experienced. I bought and paid for it. Got the T-shirt, as they used to say. But I just want to encourage you guys today to, whenever that person's name comes up, first of all, you have to forgive them. Forgive them for whatever it is that they did to you, whether you caused it, or whatever the case may be. But you have to clear your mind. You have to clear your thoughts, those things, in order to progress. You never will progress. You'll never be to your full potential if you hold on to those thoughts, memories, or whatever that person may or may not have done to you. It can ruin relationships. It can keep you from getting into a relationship. Um, One of the things I had to do was not take a situation that I had in the past and apply it to my current situation, if you're following me. Um, some people might do some of the same things, but you have to know the character of that person. You have to look past this and look at their heart, their motive, their intent, to discern whether or not, hey, is this, am I going down the same road with this person, or am I just overthinking it? Am I still, excuse me, applying um, my past experience to my present experience? And I can guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, it's all in your mind. So let go, let God. There's a scripture that says, think on these things, good things, things that are uplifting, things that are encouraging. And I'm paraphrasing. But even in bad situations, I had a bad situation dealing with some people that I had dealt with for a very long time. And it ended kind of ugly, but I found myself from time to time thinking on the good times, thinking on the things that I did learn from my time with that group, and the experience. And now there were some bad, but there were a lot of good too. So try not to focus so much on the negative. But instead, look at the positive aspect of these things. Look at the good that the Lord. I had a pastor tell me a long time ago. He says, Warren, all the things that you've gone through in life or in order to prepare you for what the Lord has for you now. So think about the things that you may have gone through, and think about the things that concentrate on the things that you were supposed to learn from it. Um, the Bible even says, "No weapon formed against you will prosper." It didn't say it wouldn't form, but it wouldn't prosper. So take those things that are meant for your that you might think were bad things against you, and try to find a positive light. There was a saying one time: chew the meat, spit out the bones. So it's everything is not going to go smooth. Everything's not going to be all sunshine, rainbows, and butterflies all the time. You're going to have rain. You're going to have storms that come through your life, but they're only built to make you better. The Lord will never, ever allow you to go through something that He couldn't pull you through, or He didn't know that you were capable of. And that's the thing I had to learn, that I was built for this. Um, there are some people that have gone through the things that I've gone through, ended up killing themselves, ended up being a drug addict. I'll share a little something with you. When I joined the Air Force, they send you through they do a psyche valve on you. They have you, at that time, they had you write a paragraph about your life or something. They asked you a question. I forget exactly what it was, but the therapist looked at it and said, Mr. Belser, you have 3 different handwritings in here. And that signifies, that kind of concerns, me from the onset. And I was like, I don't know what you mean. And they looked at, what I wrote about, and it was like, I am thoroughly amazed at you. And I'm like, what do you mean? It was like, obviously you've gone through some trauma in your life, but she's like, I've seen some people that have gone through some things that you've described here, and they're just cuckoo right about now. They can't function socially. They can't do it, but you seem to be able to adjust well in society. I don't see those telltale signs of a person that would have gone through as much trauma and stress as you have in your life. So I said all that to say is just be encouraged. Think on the good things. Don't dwell on those negative things. When that person name comes up, um, emotions can kill you. I just put it that way. They can kill you. So my suggestion is, when something like that comes up, take a deep breath, count to 10, 20, 30, however long you need to do before you respond to that, because that gives you time to just kind of, as people said, the woosah kind of thing. I don't believe in that, but give you a chance to just think on it, let it pass, and move on. And eventually it'll get to a point when, that person name comes up, it won't even phase you. Will it ever stop? I don't know. Sometimes that person name, in my situation comes up, and I have to be like, and because you have to train yourself to navigate that thing. Because if you start thinking on the bad things that happen to you regarding that situation, it's like a rabbit hole. It just keeps going and going and going, and you eventually you fall into a funk or depression, or whatever the case may be. But stay encouraged, stay uplifted, and we'll see you next time around. We'll have another topic. I got a few. Character versus reputation. Who's your idol? And how do you handle authority given to you? That's some of the topics that we got coming up on some of our next segments. Well, I got to get back. So you guys have a great and wonderful rest of your Thursday. Thank you for joining, and we will see you next time. Y'all have a great and wonderful day.